Hello everyone, welcome to Speed Tier 1. My name is Thomas and next to me should have been Lewis, but I don't know where he is, so hopefully he is still alive. But yeah, for the time being you'll have to do it with me and me only. We're on board with Vaporizer, jumping straight into action here in Japan around the beautiful Suzuka circuit. Vaporizer put in a really solid performance last week where he took pole position and the victory like he did a couple of times in EU1 already this season, and with a purple sector 1 he is aiming to do exactly the same thing this week. And this time round we've got 16 people in the lobby, with maybe Fruitful joining as well if he can make it in time back from his football training. And yeah, it's a lovely packed grid, 16 people like I've said, and looking forward to this qualifying session. Hopefully Lewis will be joining me through quali or the race, which would be more helpful. But I'm afraid it's going to be a solo commentary tonight. Hunt so far puts in the fastest lap with a 1:29.7, but here comes Vaporizer to the Casio triangle and then exit out of the last corner, pit entry on the right hand side on towards the line. Vaporizer puts in a 1:28.6, 1.1 seconds quicker than P2. You should expect a few people to jump into that gap. Is Raptor one of those guys? On towards the line he goes. It's a 1:28.6. He doesn't, but he jumps in front of Vaporizer. Really well done by Raptor in the Haas. We went really wide there through the Deckner. Breaks well for the hairpin, gets a good exit. Sorry that I've gone quiet. I was trying to call Lewis to see if he could join us, but unfortunately he didn't pick up his phone. Dynamo, we saw him jumping up into P7 with a 1:29.9, and that is Lewis calling back. You love to see it. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got brilliant news. Lewis is joining the stream. Things you love to see. He will join my friend, but he will negotiate for me. To be fair, it's my fault for not telling him half an hour earlier when he asked. No problem, mate. Make sure you're on time for next week, and maybe you can have a seat yourself. We will have a look at Kisil, who did a really good job last week, although I don't think he is pushing on this lap. No, he's not. Outer rim, he is a friend of Brizin, new to Contest of Speed, so really interesting to see what his pace will be looking like. To the Deckner 1 and 2, and then on towards the hairpin. It's looking like a solid lap so far from outer rim. It's a good exit onto Spoon Curb. As a couple of people are leaving the session, hopefully those connection issues will be solved when their race starts. Outer rim, here he comes. Out of the final turn, on towards the line. So 130.3, won't be happy with that one. He's close to get himself inside that top 10. But it's definitely not enough to get him somewhere near the front of the field. El Prentice, unfortunately for him, he already invalidated, so that must have been maybe going wide into turn 1. But he has to go again. Let's see. Is Stubbly on a lap? No, he's not. He invalidated as well. Is that maybe even before he even started the lap? It's a shame for Stubbly. He was out on track. He is looking quick through the Spoon. It's a good exit. Hard to get the throttle down on this game. Got you off guard very easily. Braking late, just around the 100-meter board. Towards the line, and he puts in a 129.4, 8/10 of 4 positions so far. As Vaporizer just started his second lap. Towards Techno 1 and 2, and he is improving by almost half a tenth on his previous lap time, but it is a purple sector 1, just like he did on the previous lap. There's only 0.003 of a second between them, so even the time he gained now through sector 1 is enough to put himself back in pole position again. Let's see, through the mighty 130R, he's 2/10 up on his previous lap time. So if Vaporizer doesn't make a mistake, he is going to take back that P1 he was previously in before Raptor took it. It's a good exit. Oh, a little bit close to that pit wall, but is it enough? It is enough. A 128.4. Vaporizer with faster lap time so far in this session with 6.5 minutes to go. And here comes Raptor. He started this lap as well. In fact, he's already coming towards the end of sector 2, and he's gonna enjoy a little bit of that slipstream from the Mercedes in front, who goes out of the way nicely. Is it going to bring Raptor any good? No, he's not, because 8.4 seconds up on his previous lap. Is this a glitch? Because it seems like he's pushing. He's coming back into the pit, so it wasn't a good lap for Raptor. And he knows what to do for his last and final run in this session. Here comes Brizin. As he is definitely going into the pits as well. Same goes on for Profodes. Is Charlie pushing? No, he is, I think, starting a lap. Yes, he is. Currently in P10 with a 129.9, almost the same lap time as Donamo behind him, so he's got a little bit of pressure and he needs to perform now to get himself a little bit further up the grid. Sector 1 where there is almost no possibility to make a move, so you want to get the job done on the start finish straight, because otherwise you will be behind for the whole of Sector 1. He is half a second up on his previous lap in Sector 1. On towards the hairpin, keeps it nice and tight. That's just a little bit of the curb, but not too bad, gets a good exit. See, he backs out. So this is not going to be an improvement for Charlie. And Fruitful has joined the lobby as well. Let's get this party started. Kierbo, he was and he's running wide. Oh, that was almost costing him his qualifying session. He is rushing to get back into the pits and put a new set of tires on. So everyone now is in the pits. Profotis just came out. So this will most likely be his final run. El Prentice is out. Completely missed him. Is he pushing to put in a lap? Yes, he is. So let's go on board with El Prentice in the Ferrari. His teammate is on pole position. Oh, and he loses it. Coming out of Sector 1 on the curb into the wall. No left front tire. And that is the end of qualifying for El Prentice. That's how fast it can go. Have a look at Profotis now on his outlap. Trying to get those tires up to temperature in the right window. Charge the battery and then he is good to go to push for his what will be his final lap of this session. He's currently on a 1:29.0. Joke is on a 1:29.0 as well. Before this only improves by a tenth, he's already going to gain 2 positions, or 10th and a bit to be exact. There are cars coming out of the pits. He's got a lot of cars in front. Hopefully it's not going to get into his way, as he just started his lap through the almighty Sector 1. I really love this section on the track. Ooh, Profotis is not pushing, so he is gonna go again. He's just doing an extra lap on these tires, trying to get that little bit more fuel out of the car. Then he will push for the second one. Is this a smart option? I don't know. Interesting stuff here from Profotis. Was just doing something different compared to everyone else. As PW Jones, he definitely has started his final run of the session. Hello in Sector 2, let's just cars, then each other go through. Oh, Jones is doing the same strategy as Profotis actually. Not fully awake yet, but he needs to hurry though. There's not a lot of time left for PW Jones to put in a lap. He can't make a mistake and he can't allow himself to wait for other people, as Donamo retired coming out of the deck. Now that really strange play, probably lost it on exit. So 2 people out in qualifying so far, Donamo and El Prentice. Is waiting to put in a lap, but we can go on board with P3 at the moment, Roy. And he's 1/10 up. Roy is looking to get himself into the 128s, but there's still a big gap between him and P2, let alone him at P1. Fruitful hasn't gone out yet, so he will be starting in P14 for now. It can drop to P16, but nothing more than that. It's good to see him out on track, and let's see what he can do from pretty much the back of the field. But now let's focus on Roy, because can he challenge for pole position onto 130R, probably one of the most famous corners in the world, and he's 9,000 up. So he lost a bit of time through sector 2, but can he improve in sector 3? P4 Hunt behind him has finished already. What is Roy going to do? A 129.1, still 9,000 of a second, but his teammate News gets in front. Let's actually have a look at Raptor, because he is now coming out of the last turn with Vaporizer behind him. Raptor improves to a 128.3, so Raptor currently on pole position. Can Vaporizer snatch it, or is it going to be Raptor starting on pole position? It is Raptor going to start on pole position. Vaporizer can't improve. What is PW Jones going to do on towards the line? And he's not going to improve, as the Mercedes has invalidated his lap time, so that means that the qualifying session is over, and we've got Raptor on pole position. So here we have the qualifying results for tonight's race. Raptor starting on pole position with 128.3. Vaporizer P2 with 128.4. And News on P3 together with his teammate Roy. Both just short of getting themselves into the 128s. Brizin P5, Hunt P6, Casil P7, Kerbo P8, PW Jones P9, and Jokebog rounds off the top 10. We've got Profotis P11, Charlie P12, Outer Rim P13, Donamo P14, Stubley P15, Fruitful P16, and El Prennis starting last on the grid P17. PK in the chat saying, Haas on top, baby, you love to see it. So we are getting ourselves ready for the race. It will be a dry race all along, so no heroics like we saw last week around Spa. Be nice and dry for everyone out on track. Just for everyone watching and wondering how it's like commentating on your own, Lewis is joining, but you really start to appreciate someone else next to you when he's not there. Like especially Lewis, but just in general having to speak the qualifying session and then for the race as well. Like I'm living in the Netherlands and we had a commentator for I don't know how many years, I think probably 20 if not more, who did it all on his own with a race commentary. And I know in real life it's different, but still to have a voice going into the last lap is actually insane. So respect for everyone in the community doing it on their own, commentators wise, because that's a damn big of a task. Let's look at the tire situation. We've got pretty much everyone starting on the hard tire for this race, apart from Brizin and Hunt in the top 10. Profotis in P11 and El Prentice last place on the grid. They will be starting on the mediums. So no soft tire on the beginning. Will we be seeing the soft tire towards the end of the race? Probably, if we're going to see a very late safety car, which I don't rule out. That's normally the case this season. Well, at least one safety car. We don't know if it's going to be very late in the race, but we already saw some crashes during qualifying, and I'm not ruling those crashes out in the race, because we already have a spinner on the formation lap, and I just guess that is Donamo. No, it's not. Wait. Is it Kierbo? It is Kierbo. I'm sorry, Donamo. So Raptor on pole position for once. Not a Ferrari on pole position. That is something new. Can he hold on? We know Vaporize. He's not only strong in qualifying, but he is always ready for the race as well. We saw him being caught up in an incident last week around Spa. He had probably like 15 seconds. A 15-second gap to P1, and within 9 or 10 laps he was right back with them, and there was not even a safety car in play back then. So Vaporize has got the pace. It will be a very hard task for Raptor to keep him behind, but we saw he got the pace in qualifying. Now he needs to have the same kind of pace in the race. Oh, and he's doing a 360 to keep the tires warm. Of people getting disqualified probably because they were too far back. There's a big gap actually now to Profotis in P11. And Lewis is just in time for the start of the race.
Perfect timing. Oh my god, that was as dramatic as Zandvoort a few years ago. I'm here.
We're here.
I'm here.
And we're ready for the start of the race. We're waiting for the 5 red lights, which we can see in the corner. It's 5 lights out, and away we go for the Japanese Grand Prix. It's a brilliant start from Vaporize, who's already alongside Raptor, and he will be leading going into turn 1 if nothing strange happens. Yes, he does. So Raptor immediately drops back to P2 with both Williams now fighting with the McLaren of Brizin, who gets in between, and Brizin with a really good start. Casil up as well, up into P6. And now he's already alongside the Williams, and he takes P5 as well. Roy losing 2 positions, or is he gonna hold out in front of the Aston Martin? No, he's not. They're side by side with the Aston Martin on the medium tire, and Roy on the inside, and he gets in front with a little bit of a touch. But we've got away cleanly. Never mind, we haven't.
Oh no. Yeah, there's a couple of people going off at Degner. Charlie and I think Stubley was involved. Stubley ended up on the grass in the S curve there, but just about holding it from being a spinner. The Vaporizer on those hards, he is at a perfect start. Oh, we've got another yellow. That could be a biggie here. It's Roik. Roik's off. Oh, he's hit the wall as well. He's got front wing damage.
Front wing damage for Roy, and Charlie as well with an off. So 2 people already on the back foot. But we've got Brizin trying to make a move on News. The top 2 is slowly starting to get away with Vaporize already with a 1.3 second gap to Raptor. But he himself has a 1.3 second gap to News. Is Brizin already going to make a move into turn 1? Or is he going to wait until the DRS? He was using a little bit of his battery, but he thinks better about it. And he has to remain in P4 for now.
Yeah, this track is always. I was about to say, this track is one of the hard ones to overtake on, especially when the DRS isn't activated. So, yeah, I would be very surprised if you can make a move unless you're right up with your rival coming out of the Casio Triangle. Oh, did I hear someone go off? Oh no, I thought I heard an engine idling there, but the S curves are so tricky around here, particularly in qualifying, but also in the race early on with those hard tyres. And Nels, he is doing a good job, but Ryzen is right on his tail, and on those mediums, looking to take advantage early on.
Yeah, the McLaren is looking fast, but is he fast enough to make a move on a straight already, or has he have to wait another lap as Roy has left the session?
Yeah. Well down as well. I'm so very surprised again, like last week, why quit now when there's still a whole race to go, safety cars potentially to happen.
Brizin is closing in. We've got to remember he is on the medium tire, so he should be that little bit quicker earlier on in this race compared to News on the hards. As Raptor is slowly starting to come back. We can see it, fastest lap for Raptor with 132.3 as he closed the gap by 2 tenths, but it's not enough to get himself into that DRS. And I think we will be seeing some moves. So P11 is 3 wide for P10 in this race. And Fruitful goes down the inside. Elpren is losing position left, right, and he pushes a Mercedes off. That is Jokeboke. So Fruitful remains in P11, but now he's got an AlphaTauri in front of him.
Yeah, and Fruitful getting on those curbs. Those curbs really get the rear stepping out on you if you get too greedy on them. The advantage of a wheel, you can correct quicker and save yourself. So, yeah, Fruitful, good job there. P11. Yeah, like you said, the top two, Raptor is keeping Vaporizer at bay. It's not like we're not letting him get carried away. Whilst Nels, he's really struggling, and there's a bit of a train here with Nels. If you look at the field, all the way from P3 to P9, they're all within a second of each other. So, yeah, Nels not looking competitive at the moment.
Oh,
about a second or lap slower.
Oh, Fruitful's having a look. But he fought better off it, but it puts that AlphaTauri a little bit off. So is this a time for Fruitful to make a move? How much straight line speed does that McLaren have? I think it's got a lot, because he's already down the inside. Are we going to see a Fernando Alonso and Schumacher? No, not really, because he got it done before 130R actually, but he's now giving the AlphaTauri DRS for the start-finish race. So I don't know how smart of a move that was from Fruitful. He needs to get a good exit to build a little bit of a gap between him and the car behind, which I think he does. But is the AlphaTauri going to fight back, or is it enough to keep him behind? I think it's enough, and that means Fruitful is up into P10, and they can now start to focus on the big group ahead.
Yeah, and there's a big DRS train. This is the problem. Because Bryson actually is losing ground. Nels, it's like he's got his tyres up to temperature, and is actually starting to already get a bit of a gap. Bryson seemed to struggle with getting traction coming out of the chicane, the final chicane. So now he's not really close enough to make a move. Oh, and he loses the back end!
Oh, and there we have it.
Yeah, it was a bit too much on the throttle. I was
and a
on
safety
board
car, virtual one.
Well, that kind of saved, but it doesn't really for Bryson. Bryson would want a full safety car, but yeah, he was coming on the exit of the second Degner. Oh, there's a Mercedes having to let through to McLaren.
Oh.
I know why. Basically, it's because the virtual came out, but he was off the track. It's just a stupid thing. But yeah, Bryson just got on the throttle a bit too greedy, lost it, and then corrected it, and he just did a tank slapper on him. So, unlucky Bryson. Now, is anyone going to do pits?
Profolis.
It's too early to do a pit stop, surely, unless you got damage.
Yeah, and now we've got green flag conditions when everyone crosses the pit lane, so
yeah,
they wouldn't have gained any time, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, we've got yellow in sector 3, and that is because Royk has spun again. I think that's the computer.
Yeah, he joined back, or maybe like literally at the wrong moment.
This car still is a ghost though. Oh no, it's not. No, it's not. It's not. I lie.
But I don't rule out the fact that he's going into the pits and retire now.
Yeah, he is. Vaporize has been able to pull off a 2-second lead. Oh, we've got another yellow. That's a joke. Joke is retired. Oh, yeah. I was about to say Roland there was coming charging through, and there's been another spinner as well. Charlie. I don't know what the Mercedes joke is doing, but we got a full safety car. Now. Oh, Brison's crashed on the exit of turn 1
on cold tires.
Yeah. And if you're Roland, you're a happy chappy, because you did your drive-through just before a safety car. Gets you back in the field. Now are we going to see some people stopping? If you're a medium runner, do you make your pit now? Go on the hards? I mean, I would.
Yes, I would do the same. But Vaporize is coming in as well, so I assume he will be going on to the medium tire.
Yeah, and Raptor follows suit. So obviously, You must be able to make the mediums last all the way. A few people aren't pitting. This is interesting. Maybe they're doing a two-stopper. Because I don't know, like to do. I don't know if you can do 20. I suppose you could, but your mediums are going to be absolutely spent.
Yes.
So it is what it is. But they're going for it. Meanwhile, the guys on the hards who have stayed out are, I guess, banking for a safety car later on.
So we've got a new race leader by the likes of News, with Casil in P2, BW Jones in P3, Donamo P4, Stapley P5, and then we've got Vaporizer, the first one to make a pit stop, in P6, with everyone behind him on fresh tires, apart from Charlie, who's in P10 on 5 lap old hards with a spin.
Okay, so we're probably going to do another lap. Definitely going to do another lap because still a lot of the field not yet up with the snake train.
Roy into the chat saying he's got rear wing damage, so the car was undrivable. That explains a lot why he spun through 130R, because that's a horrendous corner to take if you got rear wing damage.
Yeah, you're going to have not much grip on that rear end. So Jones is now in third, Kiesel in second, Nels now the leader. He was running third. So these guys stayed out, and to be fair, if there was to be a safety car later in this race, it would favour them. If not, they're going to fall down the order because they are the only ones. In fact, a couple of people now are pitting. Interestingly, Fruitful's pitted again.
I think
so
he's going back to the hards. Yes.
Yeah. And Charlie is pitting again. Well, Charlie's pitting for the first time, sorry. So I guess he's going to go on to mediums, which he does. And Fruitful just puts another set of mediums on. So Fruitful hasn't put hards on. So, lap 7 of 27.
I'm texting Fruitful to ask why he went on to the mediums again, because I
Yeah.
saw he was online and now he's typing. So you will get the answer very shortly. Don't phone and drive, kids.
Yeah,
he had to
always-
pit again because they didn't change his front wing, which had damage.
Okay, got it.
The more you know.
So maybe these guys can make it to the end on the mediums. I mean, it's not really a two-stopper circuit. It used to be back in the day? No, I don't think it was.
No.
So it's always been a one-stopper.
You don't lose a lot of time in the pits though! Oh my days!
Oh.
This is terrible.
And he gets a 5-second penalty, but this is going to be another bonkers race, I think, Thomas. We had one last week in Spa. The top two, Kiesel's got wing damage, and I tell you what, that helps the guys who've pitted because it's now less cars, because those guys are surely going to pit.
Yeah, but the safety car will stay out for another lap, I think.
That's
so
the
they're
only thing
very
that's
lucky with that one.
I mean, Nels is probably not going to need any damage. He hasn't got any damage. But yeah, Red Bull has a lot of damage. So he's going to be not a happy chappy about that.
Oh.
And he's putting softs on. He's got softs selected.
It's going from bad to worse.
He's obviously had a hard to soft strategy and he's forgot to change his tyres. And more people are pitting. To put on some fresh mediums, makes sense.
I still don't know, like, fair enough that Fruitful changed his front wing, so that's why he made another stop. Why, still, I don't understand why he went on to the mediums. That, like you said, Lewis, then they must be going, they have to be going to the end on the mediums.
Yeah. Have to be. There's no other option.
How is that possible? It's 20 laps remaining.
Wow. These tier 1 boys, if anyone can do it, we've seen long stints before.
Shout out to Matrix.
Yeah.
He almost let me eat my shoe. AJ in the chat saying mediums won't make it, and he's saying that while he has to study for his test tomorrow, which he has to make at 8 AM in the morning. That's usually when
lovely.
it's AM. AJ, focus on your school, it's more important. I've got experience with that.
So, considering the majority are on mediums, why haven't people pitted then to go back on the hards if they feel like the mediums won't last? To me, because the medium and hard isn't that different in performance. So it's going into that. So maybe, yeah, it's an interesting one. But what does favour the guys up front, these 4 guys, it is tricky to overtake around here.
It is. Well, we saw some moves even in Sector 1 where during qualifying I said it was impossible to overtake, so I don't rule out anything anymore. And I was thinking Niels is gonna go, but he's not. Now he's gonna go. And we've got green flag conditions once again. Niels is off. And he's got a really good start. PW Jones lost a little bit of time. 6/10 now is the gap. With Donamo in P3. Vaporizer already making a move for P4. He is side by side with Stubbly. Stubbly probably has to give up that position which he had. But Vaporizer lost a little bit on exit. But he gains it back. They're still side by side. Now Raptor is joining the battle as well.
Oh, the teammates getting together.
Gunther Steiner won't be happy seeing this.
Oh my god, god.
Oh my days.
Yeah. And they both off. They've done a Magnussen Grosjean. Gunther is going to be swearing. We know exactly what Gunther's saying, and I just don't see that. Obviously, these guys are not on video chat or voice chat together because that just didn't need to happen. And we got another yellow. We could be a safety car here.
Yep.
And it is.
But now we have it again.
Yeah, the famous once you have one, you get another. Now, if you're one of the hard runners, do you pit?
Yes.
And go to the mediums? Because you're going to have a few laps fresher tyres.
Yeah, I would. Is Niels going to do it though?
Yes.
Yes, he is. PW Jones as well. Donamo as well.
Because they're going to have fresher tyres now for the latter season. In fact, a lot of people have pitted again. The Vaporizer now planned to stay out, but in fact, everyone almost is pitting.
Oh, yes.
Gone to fresh mediums.
It's more busy in the pit lane than on track.
Yeah. So only 4 stay out. And you know what? If Kissel had have got his tyre strategy right, he wouldn't have needed to pitted then, and he would have been right back towards the front.
Yes.
Because he was on soft tyres,
yeah,
he'd pit again.
It's such a shame.
Yeah. And Fruitful as well is down in P13.
So, here we are, back again. Two Ferraris, P1 and P2. Apprentice on the hards though. Raptor somehow got himself back into P3, but I think with Apprentice in between him and Vaporize, it's going to be a very hard task overtaking Apprentice. We all know that. Doesn't matter if it's the J or the L. So good luck, Raptor.
Yeah.
Safety car will be out for another lap. Hopefully the
Yeah.
last one, as we want to see a bit of action.
Here we go. So lap 10. Yeah, the thing is, I feel like a lot of the guys, cold tyres, it's overcast. Because a few people were losing the back end. And it's just such an unforgiving circuit, Suzuka. The track's narrow. It's not big tarmac runoff areas. It's all gravel and all Armco or concrete. So if you do go off track, you haven't really got much space to correct it. So I think that's always the case. You see the safety cars this way.
Yes, as well as that a lot of this track is with a very high speed. So if you lose the car, you don't have a lot of time to save it. We saw with Brizin who tried to save it and then he got the tank slapper straight back at him. He wasn't able to hold on to that one.
Yeah.
"14 people watching right now, thank you very much for tuning in."
Yeah. Excellent.
That's a bit more than normally. You'll have to see it.
Yeah.
I don't know where this came from, but we are not complaining. You'll have to see it.
Yeah. It's because it's a crazy race. Although it's neutralised at the moment, we expect to be starting again imminently. And Vaporizer, the man who has really had the pace all year, has now got Raptor back in P3. Raptor must have not got, back close to him, he must have not got any damage when he made his, that he went through Degner.
He only spun, or at least ran wide.
Yeah, he went half wide. His teammate went wide, and safety car's a late call there. But he kind of went in a half spin, a drift spin. But he's back in there now. But he's got 2 Ferraris ahead, playing mind games.
Yeah, it won't be very easy to overtake Apprentice. And he's going to be a defensive boss for Vaporizer, I suppose.
Yeah, he's
Here
gone.
they go. Brilliant restart from both Ferraris, as they are away. We've got green flag conditions once again as we start lap 12 out of 27. And it's green, green, green.
And looking up front, seeing if everyone's clear through turn 1 this time. Yep, we're all good. Car's still going to be pretty heavy now with those 2 safety cars. So you're not going to have to worry about fuel saving. Look at this, Raptor again. Oh, Raptor's hit him, and now he's got wing damage. Raptor hit the back of the Ferrari, and he's got major wing damage. And that is there just trying to desperately get through. Oh, and a few moves there in the back for Degner. Oh, the Alfa Romeo and another Haas driver. I think it's Kiebo. These starts are exciting. But, yeah, unfortunately, for the Haas driver, it's not going to be... Got a big train going on in the background. Fruitful involved again. Oh, and the Alfa Romeo has hit the Red Bull of Kiesel, and he has spun out. I think he's got wing damage as well. This race is bonkers.
Fruitful down the inside. Once again, we saw him making the move on outer rim. Oh, but he thinks better of it.
Yeah. This is more like a karting race. They're all nose to tail. You've got... Oh, and there goes Raptor in the pits. Oh, but look at the speed of Nels. She's going down the inside of Stubley. And he's up into P7. So that Williams got tons of straight line speed. He looks good out of that last corner as well, so he might be able to actually make some decent moves. He's got speed. Oh, we got another second.
Oh, for what? Why?
I have no idea. I have no idea. We had 2 people pit. Hopefully we don't have a glitch.
Oh no. I haven't even thought about that.
Is Suzuka known for glitching in the past?
I don't know.
Like, I think it has been, you know. Because I'm sure we've had Suzuka before.
Yeah, HA says it's always Japan.
Yeah. Like, I remember we had to cancel the race here. Not last season, but the season before. Because of this issue in EU2. Hopefully, it's not a progressive issue, because that would be such a shame. It used to be Monaco, you wouldn't get a safety car. And yeah, this track, you get them, you just cap it again. It's only been in this game for a few years. You think it would have got sorted by now?
Yeah, this is, it's so hard to call this one, because we're over the halfway stage now. Let's wait and see what happens after this safety car restart. AJ says it will let the guys do 1 lap of racing and then pop out the safety car again.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, for the next thing we have to cancel this race, because we can't do that for the remaining part of this race.
Right. Lap 14, well, we're going to do another lap, aren't we, I think? Yeah, probably the back guy, Cabo's not going to quite get there in time. It'll be close, but not quite. It's not quite going to get there. I think the safety car is not going to come in. So we'll do another lap. Here we are. Apprentice in Ferrari then leads. Vaporizer decided to pit. So now we got a bit. It's a shame. Hopefully we don't have a glitch, because we've got an interesting race now where Vaporizer is going to have to try and get through the field. That safety car really messed him up, and it was for no reason.
Yeah, that's the worst part about it.
Yeah, because he felt he had to pit, and there's more people pitting now.
Yeah,
Kirbo's back in the pits.
Yeah, and Outer Rim both made their stops for another fresh set of mediums, but
they're 2 lap and 3 lap old mediums,
yeah, so
not
that's
brand news.
probably behind the safety car as well.
Yeah.
They will be joining back in time, so that's good. Isn't there a limit of safety cars? We should be close now. Yes, I wish that was the case. Thank you everyone who is following the stream. Much appreciated. Still 14 people watching. Hopefully we can provide you with some entertainment for the remaining 13 laps. 5 second time. Okay. Safety car in this lap. We're going to try it again. Oh, Profodas! Running into the back of El Prentice.
Like, how is this happening? Why do people get so close? I get it's the restart, but you can't react to people that quickly if you're that close to them. So he's going to have to pit. Almost hitting the Ferrari again. Now Prentice goes.
Yep.
Oh, and it's all ganged up here. I think this could get messy. We got Dynamo, Nels.
Oh, so close.
And the thing is, Roland's got pretty substantial wing damage, so he's going to be a nice little.
Oh, here comes News. With a brilliant exit round the outside. Oh my days. Oh, he loses it. Oh, this is going to be another safety car.
There's a few guys involved there. Big accident for Hackfar. Unfortunately, Nels made the move, but I think the Alphas hit the back of him through no fault of his own.
How is this not a safety car?
No safety car needed for a car that had no front end. Half of its front end taken off. Stubley has another wing damage. We'll have a safety car next lap, that's probably why. Meanwhile, that Vaporizer's now P7. Fruitful's P5.
Somehow.
Yeah, Dynamo, yeah, I think he may have made contact, may have not. It was very close. But Nels made it. It's such a shame because he made such a great move. But look at this Roland, even with that wing damage, it's right on the back of El Prentice. He's being very aggressive. He's going around the outside.
Oh my
he's got
days!
The inside.
What a move!
He's done it.
But now an exit.
Yeah.
Please no safety car. Please no safety car. Please no safety car. Oh, there's someone off. That's not helping. But it's good.
Green.
For now, it's good.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Raptor retiring in the pits. Still good at the moment. Yeah, Roland doesn't have. I thought he had wing damage, but he doesn't. But he's now having to defend heavily from the Aston Martin of Jones and Dynamo. Vaporizes into P6 now. We've got 10.5 laps to go. Spent most of it under safety car conditions. And this is going to create a great exciting finale here as the McLaren of Fruitful's going around the outside of Dynamo. And he's got the position. He's up to P4.
Fruitful mega job by the man in the McLaren. He's a man on a mission.
Yeah.
Vaporized as well, by the way, and he's on fresh tires.
Yeah, and with the pace advantage anyway.
Yes.
So yeah, he's right on the back of Dynamo, expecting to be aggressive with his ERS. Dynamo, look at this, he's being aggressive with his ERS.
He's so close
right
to the back of Fruitful.
Yeah.
Oh man, he's going down the inside.
Grass.
Or not. No, he's not.
No. Oh, but Fruitful runs deep. He does it. He makes the move on Fruitful. Fruitful ran deep. And the Alfa Romeo was like, thank you very much. DRS is enabled, but it won't be until after this lap. And Fruitful desperate to try and get the move on him. Oh, it's close. Oh, we have a spin in turn 1. And Is that what, a virtual safety car? No, it's all good.
Oh.
We're going to spin with K-Boat. Oh, Jones very close. Oh, look at this, Fruitful. Still trying to get past the Alpha. And he's got Vaporizer tucked right behind him.
He's probably lining himself up for a move into the hairpin. Oh, he's too far away.
Yeah, this point is interesting. This finale. Look at this. These guys for the battle for P2. It's literally like a karting race.
All prefers
Roland
runs deep.
I wonder if Roland does have a bit of wing damage, although it's not visible. Because El Prentice on 12 lap old hards is able to start pulling away.
Oh my days!
Roland is using all his energy. Oh. That's too wide on 130R. This is bonkers stuff. Oh, we got a crash. Somehow Kiesel's crashed.
No way,
Kiesel's
man.
stubby, and that is a safety car. And outer rim pits. That is a genuine safety car. Yeah, Kiesel and Jabo came together down the straight. Now what do you do? I mean, the guys from further back have been able to pit, and they're probably going to go on to
soft tire.
Well, one has gone soft. Problem is, they've probably used all their mediums, so they can't. They haven't got a fresh set of mediums.
And Muse has got a fresh set.
Yeah.
Safety car number 4.
Yeah.
And a virtual safety car as well.
It's probably been the most. When it is green flag, this race is brilliant, but unfortunately, it's been very, again, like last week, very scrappy. The driving, it's not to the highest of standards, although the speed is there.
And
some of the
entertainment
is great. The entertainment's great, but some of it is a very, like, really very desperate driving, which I get. At this stage of the race, and also on a restart, is when you're most likely to be able to gain your places.
Apprentice, he was doing such a good job. He will be gutted that there is another safety car. I'm feeling him. I'm gutted as well. Profotis is in. Now, let's have a look.
Yeah.
Is he changing? Yeah, he's changing his front ring. So you were correct, Lewis.
Yeah.
He did have wing damage.
It makes sense, because Harry wasn't able to battle El Prentice on 14 lap old hards. El Prentice now is just, I could win this. I might as well. If I pit, I'm not going to win this. If I stay out, why not? Because the guys behind him, they're on 10 lap old medium, so it's not that big of a pace advantage. But the guys further back on those softs, that's going to be really interesting, because they're going to be really quick early on. And to be honest, we've got 7 to go.
Don't rule out Muse as well.
Yeah.
Because he's on a fresh set of mediums. But we have to remember that, like, although Fruitful did 11 laps on his mediums, half of them were under safety car conditions, at least. So I expect the safety car to come in again this lap.
Yeah, I do too.
Everyone has closed back in.
We're going to get a late safety car? Oh no.
No way we're going to have another lap. Oh, we're going to have another lap.
The last two races, I'll tell you what. I mean, I'm glad we got a decent sized grid as well. Again, we're down to 11, so only one driver so far. I still think we're going to have another DNF at least. Outer in pits, he's going to go on the softs. And if I was Apprentice, I'm very happy with the fact there's one lap extra under safety car conditions. One lap less under, you think you've got 2 laps before DRS is enabled. So we're going to restart lap 22, hopefully. We won't have DRS until lap 24. It won't be enabled until lap 24. In which case, at that point, you've only got 4 laps to go.
Yeah, so that's why the guys on the softs are definitely in a really good position.
Yeah, absolutely. Because the soft is quite a jump in performance, but obviously wear rate. It's not normally a race tyre, but with lighter fuel load and only doing it for a handful of laps, it's absolutely fine.
We still have 40 people watching, it's unbelievable.
They're glued to it. Want to see the finale, how this concludes this race.
So, safety car in this lap, question mark? Yes, it is. Explanation mark. Get in. "15 lap old hearts for Apprentice. Is he going to do the job?" And Apprentice is gone again. We've got green flag conditions for the 5th time in this Grand Prix. Everyone got away cleanly.
I think so.
Yes. Oh, I'd love to see it.
So, yeah, but it's still only one corner. Here we go, Sonoreses. Nose to tail, and those medium runners, tell you what, they're going to be struggling for tyre temp. Think about Apprentice, he's the only one left on the hard tyres. Fruitful's desperately looking for a way past Don Ammo. But look at the closest we want to pay attention to the soft runners as well. Their grip is going to be immense compared to the rest of them.
Oh, Fruitful got a brilliant exit out of Degner 2. Side by side through the hairpin, breaks late. Round the outside of the Ramo, can he make it stick? No, he can't, there's less grip on the outside. And he has to slot right in between him, Donamo and Vaporizer. Fruitful struggling to get past Donamo for a couple of laps now.
Yeah. Apprentice though, his heart is going to be absolutely raising. So too Jones, because Jones knows he's in the driving seat here. He's got a guy ahead on hard tyres, albeit not that many laps older.
Ooh, here comes Vaporizer, maybe with a move down the inside. No, he's not. Oh, Fruitful runs deep again.
Roland's got past Stubley. He's a man on a mission. P7, he's now the leader. He's the head guy of these soft runners. 5 to go. Oh, Vaporizer's good, trying to go around the outside to turn 1 on Fruitful. Not able to. Not this time round.
Fruitful holds on to P4, and now Vaporizer is under pressure from News.
Yeah. Fruitful's got so much, you can tell he's got the pace. Fruitful feels he can win this here. Vaporizer will still think he can win this. All of these guys will still think they can win this here. such a tricky track to overtake on, though. Oh. Good traction from Fruitful.
But not enough.
Fruitful saving his energy.
Is he going to do it now? But Donamo gets slipstream from the guys ahead, so no chance for Fruitful to make a move now.
Oh, look at this. There's a McLaren. There's a Red Bull charging through Roland again. And the guy goes wide. Kiebo. The corner cutting gets 3-second penalty. But look at that. Roland's got past Nels. DRS is enabled. Roland's on a charge here. He's going to really struggle here. This DRS train is going to be occurring. Fruitful. He's got the pace now. Oh, he's going to try and hang it around the outside now. Oh, he's trying to undercut, but Donamo just held it on the apex and parked it so he couldn't undercut him. Get the switch back. Oh, we got yellow in sector 1, and that is Kiebo off.
But he's back going again.
Oh, he made contact! Donamo makes contact, and that's going to allow Fruitful through. He's up into P2, and Vaporize as well got through, and Roland, he's lining up Donamo. Donamo, that's going to be careless, but look at the Williams speed of Nels. Oh, they made contact, and Nels goes wide. Nels has got wing damage. We've still got 3 to go. El Prentice. If El Prentice wins this race.
Oh, Roland round the outside! Oh my days! Of 130R, you don't believe it.
Oh,
there's damage for Stubbly. What is going on?
And Jones has lost the place to Vaporizer. But Roland is having absolutely none of it. We've got 3 to go. You've got to think he's still got that advantage of grip-wise.
El Prentice is done now, I think.
Yeah, with Fruitful.
With Fruitful and Vaporizer behind you. It's not where you want to be, Fruitful. He saves it.
Save that?
Oh my days.
Oh my god, what have I witnessed here? As Nelson's off the track. Now I can see Vaporizer lining him up here for a move. Oh, I'll tell you what. This race, I mean, like I said, we've had half of it under safety car conditions, but when it's been green, it's been brilliant. And you've got to say the safety cars have helped this race. But I have 2 to go this time by.
Vaporizer is so much quicker in the straights. Lion speed as well. He can't get it done now.
Now Ferrari's going to have to defend. I think the performance on those softs are not evening out now. Here we go, DRS. El Prentice will have a low downforce setup. And he's just not close enough.
No, round the outside.
Oh, he's going around the outside. Oh. Oh, he's going to try and do it here on the end. Oh, don't hit the back of him. So narrow. These cars are so big nowadays. Nels is retired in the pits.
I think Fruitful is trying to do in on the hairpin.
Yeah, but the Ferrari gets a good run.
Oh, Vaporizer touches the back of Fruitful.
Yeah.
Now PW Jones is back at it as well.
Yeah, And even the Red Bull is struggling now of Roland. So even Donamo on 16 lap old mediums has got the performance. Jones is going to be annoyed because he was lining up El Prentice, but El Prentice's heart rate is going to be triple digits because he's got 1 lap to go. 1 DRS zone effectively.
Oh, Vaporizer! Brownlee outside!
Oh, he's going to sandwich him. Oh, they make contact. Vaporizer almost loses it. And that could gift El Prentice here that chance. Vaporizer's going to have a struggle here. Look at the speed of the Ferrari. That Red Bull almost had the chance to get through, but yeah. Oh, we're running a bit deep. Oh, and it's Donamo. Donamo spins. Yeah. That was never going to work. But Jones is now P3. And El Prentice. Oh, you're El Prentice. This is where those thoughts get in your mind of, okay, I've done a hard bit. But look how much speed Fruitful has compared to the Ferrari. He didn't get the best run out of second technique. He's not close enough to make a lunge. Oh, the Ferrari gets a little bit of a wheel spin, but so does Fruitful as well.
And El Prentice has a lot more battery left.
Yeah. And even the Aston Martin does as well.
Oh, outer rim! Down the inside of Profodes. Once again a spitter with Profodes, but here comes Vaporizer to snatch the last place on the podium.
Oh. Slipstream. Oh no. No. Oh my, it's 3 wide!
No!
Oh! They all crash! Vaporizer crashes, he's out of the race! And Jones holds on, but El Prentice is gonna win! Oh my god! El Prentice does it! Jones is gonna finish second somehow, Roland third, Charlie fourth, Stubby fifth, Donamo 6th. Fruitful's gonna be absolutely livid. Yeah. Oh my, I mean I kind of think in the end that was Vaporizer's fault for trying to squeeze through that gap. Like, it just never was going to work. But at the same time, it was the end of the race. But maybe he could have waited for the chicane. I just felt like you can't get 3 cars through that corner. I can't blame Jones, because Jones was already making his move. Fruitful was defending. I just feel like Vaporizer there was just... that was just not going to happen. It was not on. It was a desperate move. Probably frustrated because he felt he had the pace today. And had he not pitted, he would have been the victor today. But El Prentice, he didn't pit. He stayed on those hards. And fair play. He won the race.
I still can't believe it. What did we witness?
Yeah, that was a great race. That was at the end. That was...
The driving was absolute shambles, but it gave us some brilliant entertainment. And as a commentator, that's all I care about at the moment.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my days! And Charlie takes an extra point for fastest lap. Yeah. No one cares because unbelievable.
Look at the grid positions. Look at
it's crazy.
17th, 9th, 11th, 12th, 15th, 14th, 13th, 16th. Vaporizer still gets points, being 9th. But yeah, it was a 50-minute race.
Yeah, that says a lot. Okay, with that, we have to breathe for a second.
Yeah.
And get back to our normal selves. Thank you all for tuning in. We've had, well, pretty much 14 viewers for the whole stream, which is absolutely insane nowadays. Thank you for that. Thank you, Lewis, for still joining me.
Yeah.
Luckily you did, because otherwise you would have missed an absolute bonkers of a race.
That was a great race. That was, I enjoyed that. Yeah. Yeah, it was great. That was great. Thank you everyone for watching that. We'll be back next week. What track are we at next week, Thomas?
Oh. This is the moment where I was already looking for it.
This season is, I think EU1 is going to be
Silverstone
a
next
great
week.
Nice. Yeah, that's going to be a belter as well, I think. The way it's been, it's going to be. It's so good. So, yeah, don't miss out. Keep this going. Watch this next Thursday.
Yeah, tune in next Thursday if you want to see anything more of this. And I'm sure you do. At least me and Lewis will for sure.
Yeah,
Um,
that's it.
yes, this will be it. Thank you all for tuning in. Congratulations on everyone who finished on the podium, and thank you all for making it a very exciting evening. I've enjoyed it a lot. Lewis have enjoyed it a lot, and we will be looking forward to see you guys back next week. As always, say have a good one, stay safe, and goodbye.